Hey everyone, we should be live right now on the weekly co-pilot show. I see 2 people, 3 people in the participants. Okay, 4 people. So yeah, people are starting to come in. Awesome. So we have. Let me do something real quick here. Take care of some technical details. All right, just give me a second. Mitch, I just promoted you to panelist. And if
Yay!
How are you doing today, Mitch? I'm making you a co-host.
This technical stuff is so much fun, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. How are you today,
Started.
Mitch?
I'm doing great. A bit of fun trying to get things set up and going when we're switching over to Zoom. But
Yes,
I hope
yes.
we have it now, and maybe next week we'll have to figure out something.
Absolutely. Let me, while everyone lets us know in the chat if they can hear and see us, I'm going to live stream on Facebook. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So give me a minute to do that, and we'll get started in 1 minute.
Uno momento.
Uno momento, por favor.
Guess who's here? Our guest is here. She's in the chat. Paul's here. Welcome, Paul. Good to see y'all. Thanks for coming. Thanks for putting up with the technical joy of learning a new platform. So much fun. And it's crazy here in St. Louis. Over the weekend, it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, it's 54. So our temperature's cut in half. Convert that Celsius however you want to convert it. It's crazy. Beginning of summer, and I was wearing a sweater this morning. That's how crazy it is. Lots of good stuff coming up. We have so much fun. I've been doing something new with UpViral yesterday that I've never done before. We can't talk about that now, but I'm gonna let y'all know about that coming up in a future show. Oh! So of the 7 ways of using UpViral that I've talked about before, there's now 8.
Oh, wow. Yes. I didn't know that 8 one. What's the last one?
Well, I know. It's because I just started it yesterday. Created the entire campaign, the whole process all in one day. And it's not as hard as you think it is, but it's just a matter of doing some thought. But
okay.
I stole the idea from another email guru, by the way. So I took their idea and I've now implemented it.
Awesome.
Hi, Anita.
Awesome.
It is here.
Cool. I think we should be live streaming on Facebook right now. I see the live on Facebook, so I am assuming Zoom is live streaming into the Facebook group.
And I'll check that.
Yes. And while you check that, I am going to bring on our special guest for today because you're in for a treat, everyone.
From another email. I like treats.
Yes, you're in for another treat. So let me move to panelist.
Yes.
And we have Gisele Rebel in the house. Welcome, Gisele.
Well, she's got to unmute herself first.
There's no audio. We can see you, but not hear you.
I think you're still muted. Herself. Yes.
There we go.
Again, I'm live in the co-pilot show from the Netherlands. Hello.
Nice.
Welcome, Gisele.
Good to have you.
So, can you hear her well, Mitch? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, she's a little quiet, but that's okay.
Yeah, I hear you, Mitch, a lot louder than I hear Gisele. But yeah, I do.
She's just going to have to belt it out like she's an old-time actress up on stage.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe like you Americans do, because that's you are so enthusiastic. We Dutch normally a bit more. I think Wilco this morning said I'm an introvert.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, Gisele, how are you doing today? Welcome to the co-pilot show.
Thank you. I'm doing very fine. I'm super excited to be with you. I also told it on LinkedIn, on Facebook. I'm really honored to be your guest with my and tell you about the UpViral campaign I did for one of my customers. Really great to be here, and I already had contact in a few times with Mitch on Facebook. So and now I'm really seeing him, and I'm seeing you. So that's very nice.
Yeah. Well, it is our pleasure to have you here, Gisele, and
you.
The audience, get ready to be inspired because Gisele did a kick-ass campaign for Father's Day. But I won't spoil anything. Let's start from the beginning. Shall we get started, Mitch? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go.
Let's do it. So,
by the way, just as a reminder, we're now in season 2 of the Co-Pilot Show. We've completed our first year, so
true.
This
okay.
Is
yes.
Oh, great.
So, welcome to season 2.
I'm really anxious, Mitch, to know when you are going to tell us something about your new UpViral strategy, because I love strategies.
That's going to be a secret, and I don't know. We haven't. I mean, I just came up with the idea yesterday, so you got to give me a little time to percolate things.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Cool. So let's dive into it. Gisele, why don't you start by giving us an introduction about you, your business, and what you do?
Yes. Thank you. I run the Foodie Content Factory, and it's an academy. So I help entrepreneurs with workshops for Instagram, for Facebook, and for lead campaigns. And what the special thing is about my customers is that I only help customers who are related to the food industry, to the leisure industry, so bed and breakfast or little hotels, and restaurant owners. Because my background is that I have been working for almost 30 years in food and in leisure. So this is really where I got all my knowledge about the industry and about what the customers want, so the consumers or the business to business. And I think I had over 20 years during that time. I had I don't know how to say it in English, but it's a grocery in meat. So it's a butcher, but then in wholesale with my former husband. And in 2018, we were on the break of being integrating in another wholesale company. So our company should be bought. And at that time, my former husband said, okay, but I really don't know what I'm going to do after the sale. And I thought, okay, but I do know what I want to do. And I want to grow in Facebook, in Instagram, and I want to have an academy, and I want to stop being the former director of a meat company, which was very fun, and I learned a lot, but I wanted to go on my own path. So we separated, and I started my own business. I think I began just before the lockdown in 2020, which was not so nice if you are going to sell to your programs to restaurants who do not get guests anymore.
Yeah.
But even though I had a couple of customers during the first years who really trusted in me and who had time and who said, okay, we need to change. There are customers, consumers do need to eat. So we are going to get on the ride with you. We are going to jump on the train, and we are just going to see where are the opportunities. And well, that's really what I like, because I like to start with an like empty ground and say, okay, what are we going to do, and where are the opportunities? So that's how I started, and that's how I also met Wilco with Connect.io, and then UpViral, and I had lead campaigns for my own customers, and I thought, okay, UpViral is really doing something very great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, well, actually, you mentioned that you started the campaign in a bit of, started the workshops, and helping other business owners in the restaurant niche in a really tough time, because it was the time of COVID. But I guess that right now, it might be a bit of an opportunity, because hopefully all restaurant owners by now, they have learned a lesson that they need to go digital, that they also need, apart from being a brick and mortar store, in a restaurant, that they also need to do some digital marketing to help them grow their business. So might be a good opportunity right now.
Yeah, you are completely right, because this industry was really Dutchies will say it's really a bit of conventional industry. Definitely restaurant owners, but also the food industry, because most of it's from father to son, and they all are really working guys, production guys. And okay, what the fuck is Zoom? Okay, social media. What do you do? That's for my daughter or for my wife or something like that. And now they do have a strategy, or they do have a shop, but they don't have traffic. And then they come to me.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, cool, awesome. And so what made you use UpViral?
Well, we wanted to do one of my entrepreneurs, even though it's a Belgium customers, because I also work in Belgium, in the high grounds where the language is the same. And we ran a few lead campaigns for Christmas and for Valentine's Day, just for the takeaway guests. But he also had a barbecue online shop, and for COVID, he went on selling his barbecues with the upsell as an upsell from his workshop. So barbecue workshops from the Green Egg and the Big Amado Joe, and he gave them in his restaurant situation in Belgium. But that stopped with COVID. So he's a really entrepreneur. So he said, okay, we have been successful with a few campaigns. And now I'm going to take the time to get a barbecue shop online, so to implement all of my products. And then we are going to start a new lead campaign. And that was just, I think, 3 weeks before Father Days. And it was very funny because I was already in UpViral, and I was already getting on with the campaign. And then you with UpViral also said, okay, Father's Day is a very great hook. And I said on Facebook, okay, guys, but I'm already using it.
Yeah.
So that's...
And I actually also think that giving away, like, maybe I'm anticipating myself a little bit, but your campaign is around barbecues, which is like the perfect thing for fathers, right? They love to be on a Sunday grilling, so perfect gift for fathers. Cool.
Some people grill, not all of us.
You do not grill?
But no, but just to be clear, by the way, sometimes in the US and probably other places, there is barbecue sauce. What we're talking about here is an actual grill, the whole thing that you use to do the cooking, right? So I just wanted to make sure, because when you say barbecue to me, I'm thinking barbecue sauce. I'm sorry. So
no, it was really the grilling. A Kamado Joe and a big Green Egg are really great barbecues. I don't know for sure if they are sold in the States. I think so.
Yeah, or maybe they call them something different.
I'm sorry, I just learned, saw Bob's comment. It says, if you don't barbecue, then you got to turn in your man card. Gosh, Bob, let's be brutal about it.
I rest my case.
All right, so cool. So that's what made you use UpViral. So you have a client in Belgium that has a restaurant, and due to the lockdown, he's always had that entrepreneurial thing of starting a shop, selling barbecue grills, and you helped him with that. So what was when you were planning this campaign with this client, what was the end goal of using UpViral? What were you trying to achieve?
The end goal was getting a lot of leads, because the prices of these barbecues, they vary. I don't know. They differ from like 500 euros, so that's about $600 US dollars, until $2,006. So that's rather a large price to get a first sale immediately. So our strategy was to get on a lot of leads.
Okay. So your strategy was to get a lot of leads. All right. Cool. And before you started using UpViral to generate a lot of leads for this client of yours, did they already have another strategy in place? Did they try something in the past that worked or didn't work, or did they, when they launched, they straight away started with UpViral?
For this campaign, we started straight away with UpViral. We had other campaigns for Christmas and for Valentine's Day, but it was completely different because I needed less leads because Rogier with his restaurants had cut down his personal staff. So with Christmas and with Valentine's Day, he needed much less orders because otherwise he would not be able to prepare it. So in that time, I just launched a campaign on a normal landing page and not with a winning contest. And now I said, okay, I want a lot of leads, and I had to persuade him a little bit because he said, okay, but the other campaigns are running very good, and I'm fine. And now you are coming again with something new, and I don't know it, and whatever. And I said, okay, really trust me. I did it. We did it 2 times, so we'll be doing it a 3rd time also.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
With
cool.
what we say, water on my back, because I said, okay, well, now I must do it also.
All right. Awesome. And for how many days were you running the campaign, the contest?
For 2.5 weeks, and I think about 5 days before Father's Day in Belgium, I stopped the campaign because I also had an email campaign afterwards, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to get the rest of the referred emails, and then that will be enough for this campaign, because I wanted to run the email automation also.
Okay.
I
So
think
you
it was
already
about 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks, and you posted, what did you say, a couple of days before Father's Day?
2.5 weeks before Father's Day, and I stopped advertising, and we gave the prize away on a Thursday evening. Father's Day is on Sunday in Europe, I think also in the States.
Yeah.
So we gave the prize away, and then we gave like every client, also every lead got a prize. So if you did not get the main prize or the second prize, you got a very nice recipe magazine, because Rogier is really a very great chef with knowledge of a lot of Michelin star chefs in Europe with whom he's worked. So we made a really great recipe magazine to get everybody happy. So if you did not get a prize, you would get a small prize, and you would get a discount in the shop.
Okay, that's actually a really good strategy, so that everyone is happy, in the campaign. Like maybe you don't win the main prize, but you still go away with something, which is a good idea.
That's because you, with UpViral, share all kinds of great concepts. So what I did before, I had an idea. I think, okay, this will work. And then I went to your site and I learned all about the strategies that were given on the business cases. And I integrated a few. So I integrated a few of Wilco's emails. I integrated a few of the business concepts, and then I thought, okay, this will work out, and I'm just going to start. And I tweaked during the campaign.
Right, awesome. So you took lots of action. Well done to you, Gisele. You just went into the case studies page, you started reading all the case studies from UpViral, learned a bunch of stuff, and took action. So well done to you.
And I definitely applaud you for that. I know all the people that watch all the Copilot shows. I am preaching this until I'm blue in the face, because it's one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Because so many people look at the case studies and they say, oh, well, look at the Bunky guy, Dave the Bunky guy, or Gabe Schillinger, the massive campaign, massive success. That's what I want to do. And I'm like, time out. Quit looking at all that stuff. Look at just the smaller ones and implement something. And as you said, Gisele, I learned as I went. Keep adding new stuff. I mean, I've been looking at your campaign and I've got all kinds of tips for you for the next one. But just get started, folks. Don't think you have to build the biggest campaign on the planet. Get started like Gisele did.
Thank you. Absolutely. Mitch, I really agree that I know I did a few things I did not do. And but you are running a campaign and it's running fine, and I tweaked a few things, and then I thought, okay, this is good, and for next campaign I'm going to get all the features, because you're never going to be able to do all the things at once, because you just don't know the tool well enough. So and you learn by doing.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I
Learn
tell my
by
customers.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And so now let's add some drum roll. So you have,
there's a
do you
drum
have
roll?
drum roll?
You want a drum roll?
So now let's talk about the results. So what were the results from your campaign, Gisele?
Well, I'm going to look a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
To get UpViral again, yes. So in 2.5 weeks, we had like 2,599 leads. And
Okay.
we got 1,768 direct leads. We got 831 referred leads. During the campaign, I started to email people that WhatsApp was a very good strategy to get more leads, because I saw that I got a lot more leads from WhatsApp than when they were sharing on Facebook or Instagram. So I was really pushing everybody. We were pushing on all the people who were going to react on the campaign, because that was also very nice to see. Because my strategy was to work on Father's Day and to work on mothers who thought, okay, my nice guy, I have to be nice to him, and he works all year very hard for me and my children, and he loves to barbecue, so this will be great. He will be so happy. So we got really much, we got very much exposure. And we got a lot of comments under our ads. So we replied on all the comments. We were always telling people, okay, don't forget to go to the lead campaign. Do not only comment, do not only like. Yes, we want you to do that, because we did tell that in organic posts. But we also need you to submit on the landing page. So that's what I did. And I after when people submitted on the landing page, so they will go into the contact space, and there we would share that there was an extra prize. One of the prizes was the Kamado Joe Jr. So that's like a baby barbecue, but a very luxurious baby barbecue of around $600. And the next prize was for the person who would refer the winner. So there was not only a prize for the one who would have the who would have the most points, but also for the one who referred the winner. And in the email strategy, we were going in on the Kamada Joe. So that was one of Wilco's advices in one of his business campaigns. So tell about yourself, because that's normally also what I do with a lead campaign, but also give reviews over the Kamado Joe barbecue. Tell them how it works. I even had blogs. We shared recipes in the email strategy. So people got about 9 emails, and I think about 5 days before Father Days, we were already starting to begin to share the discount and little gifts.
Okay.
Time out. I'm sorry, Gisele. I was patient.
Okay.
There. For those of you watching the replay, just back up till the beginning of that answer. The entire show, you can just take what she just said and just blow yourself away with all the tips that she just gave. Now, let me back up. You said, and I did some rough numbers. You said there are about 1,700 direct leads and about 800 referred leads.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who are paying attention to what I tell you all along, that's 47% free leads. Drill that into your head, because if Gisele had just done traditional marketing, she would have gotten about 1,700 leads.
Yeah.
By using a tool like this and implementing the strategies that she did, she got 47% free leads. Do you guys not get goosebumps from this? I have goosebumps. It's phenomenal. 47%.
This morning on LinkedIn, I started one of my posts with 2 for the price of 1, and I thought I saw really new people who were reading my post. I saw new industries. I saw it in Facebook, because that's really Dutch to say, okay, 2 for the price of 1. Or some if we go to the market and you are in a foreign country and they do know Dutch people, they will always say, okay, you look, but you do not buy. So we want to have the bargain, and so that's why I said on LinkedIn, okay, 2 for the price of 1. That's kind of what happened.
And so another tip, I got to keep going through what you said. You also said that you looked at the data as you were going, and you noticed where people were responding more. Bing! Ring the bell for that. The people that follow me know I ring the bell for really good. I mean, I teach people, you got to look at your data. It is so important for you to look at your data. The reporting system in UpViral is better than anything else on the planet. It's freaking awesome if you go in and you pay attention to those numbers. So congratulations on that. And the last thing I wanted to highlight from what you said before is that you sent high quality, high value emails throughout the campaign.
Yeah.
It's critical. People that are looking at campaigns and they just go, oh, all you're going to do is sell me stuff. When you provide value to them along the way, they start to know, like, and trust you. So, I mean, that whole thing, you just were like talking, like this is, but there's so many gold nuggets in there. Thank you for that.
But Mitch, I had another gold nugget.
Nice.
William already knew it, and that also came during the campaign, because I know my business. I know how food works. I know how leisure works. I know how restaurants work, and I do know what guests and consumers want. And in this business, people love to learn about recipe.
Yeah.
It's really if you want to get engagement with guests and with customers, you have to share recipes, because the guy who's selling the campaigns is a really very good gourmet chef. He really knows how to do it. So I thought, okay, this is what I want to make big, and I do want to keep those leads. I don't want to how I'm going to say it. I want to keep them. I don't want to reach them all alone on email. But I said, okay, Rogier, you are going to investing. You're investing in me. You are investing in my program. You are investing in advertising. And now I want you to start a Facebook group. And he said, really, Gisele, you are mad. I am just a group. I'm already doing UpViral. I'm already telling people, already reacting on all the comments. Sorry for my bad English. And now you also want me to do a Facebook group. And I said, okay, yes, because otherwise we are going to lose them. And I know this will be a really great strategy for you. So I think around a week before for Father's Days, we were telling everybody about the Facebook group we started. And now we have almost 700 people in our Facebook group who are sharing recipes every day, who are asking Rogier questions about their new barbecues. He has, we wanted to have a lot of leads, but now we have orders in the barbecue shop.
Nice.
Also orders of the big barbecue.
Woohoo! Ring the cash register, baby. Ring it. So
that's really, I'm enthusiastic and proud.
Have you done any thoughts about tracking how many sales came from those people that signed up? Have you done that?
Yes, but I don't know the number, because that's fine. I'm a little bit frustrated, because Rogier has the online shop, but he sells a lot of stuff which directly to customers from his little, from the village where he lives and from Belgium, and that does not come back into the shop. So before this, I said, okay, here, I want your numbers. But he said, okay, well, I'm just too busy. I'm really busy in my restaurants. But I think we sold around, like, I think it's about 8,000 euros.
Oh, boo-hoo. Only 8,000? That's awesome.
8,000 euros.
And what really nice is, because one of his strategies were the workshops, which I told a little bit before. And because we are sharing recipes in the Facebook group, he's now like a local star with his Facebook group, because there are coming people in his restaurant, and he said, okay, Rogier, we didn't know for all that you were selling barbecues, and we didn't know that you were did you give workshop, and COVID is well, it's not finished, but the lockdown is finished here for restaurants. So the workshops are really going fast, and although it's not very much money in the workshop, he always said 50% of the workshop converts into the buying of a new barbecue.
Nice. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. So let me give you a quick tip. In the restaurants, what you need to do, you got to create a UpViral campaign that is for his email list, his newsletter. If he's sending out additional stuff, get a QR code printed up put it at the cash register that gets people to go to the newsletter, sign up to get free recipes and stuff. Got to do that.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
So everybody's got to have an evergreen UpViral campaign. I mean, I know everybody's got a traditional list. So one of the things they talk about in the 7, now 8 different ways of using UpViral is to have a lead magnet, right? You've got to have an evergreen campaign that's running all the time. And in a traditional place, like if you're doing a webinar, you give them the link to sign up. If you're doing a if you got a physical store, you put a QR code. All they got to do is scan their phone and bam, they can register. It's not freaking hard, but if you don't ask, people won't know to sign up. You got to start learning to ask people. All right.
Awesome. Cool. So with that, let's now look into the actual campaign, which the campaign is actually closed right now. But I can share my screen here.
Okay, you're going to do that. Let me also ask you one question. Well, we can do it when you show it. But the question is, the campaign ended on Thursday before Father's Day. Why did you not let it run through Father's Day?
Because I wanted to give the price before Father's Day, because I had the expectation that sale would be coming up before Father's Day.
Great.
But that expectation was not the right one, because most of the sales came after Father's Day.
Right. That's fine. That's kind of what I expected your answer to be, but I wanted to hear it from you. So thank you.
So what would your advice be?
Well, potentially, now that I've thought about it, I mean, in my head, what I typically suggest to people is for holidays is you run the campaign all the way through the date of the holiday. But now I'm starting to wonder if maybe it shouldn't end like a week before, because then you have the time to do the promotion to say, all right, well, you didn't win the contest, but here's a 20% off coupon.
Yeah.
So you don't have to miss out on getting that great gift. You got all excited about the barbecue. Here's the coupon, and give them more time before the holiday happens.
Okay, we have a little guest.
Hi, good morning.
This is my oldest son, 18 years old. Lucas.
Hey, Lucas.
Live in the United States.
Oh,
You're
I'm
welcome.
live.
You're welcome.
All over the world.
Welcome to join us, Lucas.
He's
Cool,
going to
cool.
work now. Sorry.
No worries. No worries. All right. So, are you guys seeing my screen? You should be, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, this campaign, you know, is this is the opt-in page from Gisele. The thing is that this was originally this was in Dutch, and it's automatically translated to English by Google. So I'm not sure if all the copy is going to make sense, but I think it's going to be good enough for you to understand how it works. So
it's nice to say, William, that I during the campaign, this was the final version. I started out with different versions of the photo of the image, and
okay.
I saw on UpViral that this photo worked the best, and that's why I kept it.
Okay. So you basically did a split test between two versions with two different images. Okay. Yeah. And do you know, like, roughly how much, what was the difference in conversion? You say this one was the best. Was it with a huge difference?
Yeah, it was a huge. I don't know the numbers anymore, but it was a huge difference.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So we're looking at the winning campaign. So here is an image at the top, you know, with and this is the barbecue grill that they can win for Father's Day. Okay, so, and this says, I'm guessing, yeah, 10th of June, we'll be announcing the winner.
Yes.
Right? Cool. And all right, and then we scroll down, we have a little bit of copy here. This is Rogier, so this is the chef, right, that you were talking about. Okay, cool. So how does the giveaway work? A little bit of copy here. You can register for free using the form at the bottom of this page. No purchase is necessary. All participants will receive a prize. It's interesting that you put that straight away in there so that they know that just by entering their name and their contact details, they're going to receive something. Yeah. So that is, I think that is definitely a smart decision to increase the conversion rate on your opt-in page. And I see here below you have the form where you ask for their name, email address, and phone number. Typically, it is said that it's recommended to keep the fields do the least amount of fields possible. I see you added here the phone number. Is there any specific reason why you wanted to collect phone numbers as well?
I wanted to be able to phone people, and I also had an idea that if they would leave their phone number, that they would be more, that they would have more engagement with the action. So maybe I would drop down in leads, but I would get higher quality leads.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So higher quality leads by asking for their phone number. All right.
Yeah. And I did not get any comments.
Yeah.
Any comment? In what sense? Any comment?
I did not get any comment on the phone number. Well, maybe people do not tell something like that. Maybe they just don't do it. That would be a nice gesture for the next campaign. What also was funny, because Mitch said, okay, you really added value in your 9 emails, because that's really much. But from the 2,600 people who got my emails, there was just one lady who said, okay, I'm getting the 3rd email, and I'm really I have had it with you. And okay, well, that's possible. And we really emailed her back. She said, okay, do you want to sell? And we really explained to her, yes, this is a winning context, but we are a company, we are selling products, we cannot survive if we are not going to sell. So if you do not want to participate, feel free to stop. But that was one of 2,600.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the key there is that most likely those people aren't going to buy from you anyway. So if they unsubscribe, they're gone. That's fine. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So let me give you a little tip that you might consider in the future. And I got this tip from talking to Gabe Schillinger here on the Copilot Show. Plug. One of the things he did is, instead of asking for the phone number on the front, what he did was he created a custom action on the share page that said, hey, do you want some text updates about the contest and additional ways to earn points and stuff? If so, give us your phone number. So the idea there that I really liked about it was that it reduced the drag. Right now, if I come to your page and I see the phone number, I'm really kind of icky about that. I don't want to necessarily give it to you because I don't know what you're going to use it for. And often what I do is I cheat and I put in 555-1212, right? It's a fake bogus number. So you probably have some fake bogus numbers in there. But if you were to tell me, hey, we're going to send you updates, maybe I would be more interested, because I don't want spam calls. You need to be, at least my view is, if you would help if you told people what you were going to use it for.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're only going to contact winners by phone or something. But it is potentially cutting down, like you mentioned, the number of people. And if you're okay with that, you're okay with that. One of the things that I want to see, and I've asked the UpViral team for, is to be able to split test the forms so that I could have on one page the phone number and on the next page not have the phone number, and see what a cut that makes. But anyway, that's a future update, hopefully, if I get my way. But great stuff. Thank you very much.
Cool.
From my point of view, I thought it was a really simple landing page.
Yeah.
In the past, I made landing pages which were much bigger, but that was also because it was my first UpViral campaign, and I saw your the landing pages that you shared, and I thought, okay, if this works, then I'm just going to keep it very simple and very plain.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a real technical question. Is there a particular reason why you chose to have a 2-column layout with only 1 column of stuff in it?
No, that happened during the campaign. I did something and I did not know how to
okay.
Get
That's
it back.
Good. That's fine. Totally fine. Mm-hmm. I just noticed there's a whole bunch of white space on the right side. That's fine. I'll show you how to do that, by the way. Super.
What I did see is that if you were seeing it on a mobile phone,
right,
that it was really not such a problem.
Right.
Because most of the people see campaigns on their mobile phone. I thought, okay, I don't know how to get it back, but okay, I'll leave it like that.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think anybody would go, oh, geez, she doesn't know what she's doing. I'm not registering for that. It was just a curiosity whether it was intentional or not.
I like criticism. That's how I learn.
Yeah.
Yes. Here you come, you share your campaign, and you're going to inspire the audience, but you also walk away with some feedback from Mitch on how you can improve the next one.
Free feedback.
Yes. So tailored advice. So let me go through to the share page. So I'm just gonna put here, some fake info here. Otherwise, I don't want to put my phone number here. Live on the Copilot show. Otherwise, I just do it because of Mitch, but don't tell anyone. He will be calling me all the time. So
hey, I got you on Slack, baby. I can get you anytime I want you.
I know. So yeah, they have a chance to win the barbecue. So now I'm going from the opt-in page. I'm going to the share page. Now did it all in Dutch, but we should get a pop-up here to translate it automatically, hopefully.
You can, right at the top in the
here. Right?
There it is. Yeah, click that and say English. There you go.
There we go. Thank you,
Got
Mitch.
it. You're welcome.
All right. So wait 1 minute before clicking away. Increase your
I
chances
love
of
that,
winning.
by the way. I'm sorry, William. I interrupted you.
Go ahead.
I've never seen anybody do wait 1 minute before clicking away. I think that's something I'm gonna steal. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah. So it says, invite your friends to participate in the giveaway. For every friend who enters through you, you will receive 20 extra points. Extra prize, the participant who invited the winner will receive a beautiful table barbecue worth 295 euros. Okay, so this is the small barbecue you were talking about, right? Okay, and this is a great strategy because that encourages everyone who opted in to actually refer people, because they know I don't only get more chances of winning, but also if the person who I referred wins the main barbecue, I will win this other barbecue as well. So that is a great strategy to get people to share. So, okay, here is a step-by-step. How do you handle this? Step 1, share your personal link via email, socials, or WhatsApp with your network. Step 2, earn extra points by following our socials via the buttons below. And step 3, earn extra points by viewing the top price. And we have 5 points.
Couple of things. Time out. You're going too fast. Number 1, we forgot, William, to tell people at the top of the show that we have a surprise for them at the end if they stick around. We forgot that. Number 2, will you go back up or go down? Go back to the stop right there. Tip for everybody. I've tested this and I believe it's true. Step 2 says extra points. Switch the language there to chances to win.
Okay.
Points don't always ring bells with people.
Yeah.
But if you tell them they get more chances to win, then they're a little bit more excited about that. So, small tip, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all about tweaking.
Yes.
Definitely. Cool. So, and then like Mitch mentioned, I forgot to announce it at the beginning of the show, but everyone who stays until the end will receive a special gift on today's Copilot show.
Woohoo.
Okay. So then we have here the social actions. So for Facebook, you get 5 points. For WhatsApp, 15. You can share on email, Messenger, 15 points. Like us on Facebook, 5 points. Follow on Instagram, 5. And view the main price, 10 points. Okay. What does view the main price do?
View the main price brings you right to the barbecue shop, and where they can view the barbecues. And what I thought was, okay, if I can get them to the barbecue shop, they can already start adjusting to the barbecue shop, to how it works. They are going to see other barbecues, other products. So that's the only reason why I said, okay, I'm giving points for viewing the main price.
Okay. So this.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So this takes to the product page where they can purchase barbecues from the e-commerce. Okay. Okay. Cool. Go ahead, Mitch. What's the question you wanted to ask?
Question about, is that translated somewhat correctly to Dutch? View the main prize.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think it's translated pretty good. So
what's your advice? Two things there. I might word it differently, and of course you can split test that to some degree. It's a little awkward for split testing, but you might potentially just change because I was a little confused about view the main prize. I think it would be nice to know where I'm going. Maybe if it said, visit our store to see the details of the price. And I know that's a little bit wordy, or something shorter than that. But the other thing that I would do would be to make that the highest number of points in the entire list, because that you incentivize people to do the things you want them to do by adding extra chances to win. See, I'll use my own wording as opposed to points, but very good.
Okay. And then a question I have for you, Gisele, as well. Like, I see that for sharing on WhatsApp and Messenger, which are one-to-one messaging platforms, versus Facebook, you're giving 15 points on WhatsApp, 15 points on Messenger, and if they share on Facebook, 5 points. I'm curious to know, like, what is your thought process, or why did you structure the points in this way?
I structured it in that way because I saw that WhatsApp and Messenger, and I before I chose, I read the business cases of other UpViral campaign leaders, and I thought, okay, if you are really directly in contact with another person, then they will be more, how would I say it, more attracted to submit to the campaign.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you change those as the campaign went on, or is that the way you had it set from the beginning?
That's the way I had it set.
Okay. Good for you.
Okay, cool. Mitch, any other comments you want to make on either the opt-in page or the share page before we move on?
Oh, I could talk about this for an hour. No.
Okay.
I think those are very good. It obviously converted. You obviously got people to refer others, so bravo for that. I don't think it was necessarily clear that the winner was the most points person, right? I think I would make that more clear at this point. And you potentially could add the leaderboard to this to identify who's on top of the leaderboard to get people to work a little bit harder. Now, there's, again, pluses and minuses, which is why I appreciate that you added the person who invited the winner gets a prize as well. So good for you on that. Just recognize, and this is for everybody that's watching, don't forget that many people, if she had it on the first page, for example, if it says on the front page, hey, the winner is going to be the person with the most points, you just cut out about half your audience, because everybody's told me, hey, if I see it's a most points campaign, I'm out, because I'm never going to win one of those. I'm never going to work hard enough to win one of those. So I'm out. So just be careful about that. If you mention it on the second page, at least have a way for somebody to win like this that could win randomly. People are much more excited. Let me rephrase that. The general public is much more excited if they get their one chance to win, they're happy and off they go. So not everybody's going to share, not everybody's going to try to work. But if you flat out wave the flag in front of them that says, you got to be the person with the most points, you just kneecapped your entire audience. Some people want to win, some people don't. I mean, they want to work for it. They're okay with that.
Yeah.
Just an FYI.
Yeah.
This obviously worked for you, so bravo.
But I think what also, so we had the email campaign, and we were all also active organically. So I was advertising. I did not have the tools in the Netherlands for the content for going on contest sites. So I forgot that. That would be nice for a next contest. But we sure made it possible, and we really took the time to interact with everybody who was chatting and commenting. And
great.
And I told Rogier, okay, you have to take the time to do this. You are going to invest, and this is your moment. This is your momentum, and you are not going to leave it.
Nice.
Perfect.
I can be a little bit of a bitch.
So no, you're trying to help him. Like, I understand. Absolutely. Like he's you know, like he's a chef, so he might be now, okay, I don't know why Gisele is now coming up with a viral marketing campaign, and apparently now I also have a Facebook group, but at the end of the day, all he cares about is selling barbecues, and you're helping him sell barbecues. So,
and he's a real entrepreneur. So every time he says something, he says, "Okay, this is your number. This is what you are investing at the moment, and you want to make the most of it."
Yeah.
And I wanted to be in your show.
Man, you did it! Congratulations.
You made it. Yes. Cool. All right. So let me stop the share now. And so we just saw the opt-in page, we saw the share page, we saw how like I entered, and what would happen after someone entered the campaign? I know you touched base briefly on it, you mentioned something about an email sequence, but walk us through what happened after someone opts into your campaign.
After they opt in, they get 9 emails, and those 9 emails are all filled with value. So we shared recipes, we shared info over the barbecues. I think I started selling from about the 7th email when Father's Day was coming up, and I was giving the discount numbers. The only thing in which Rogier did not follow me, and that's fine. That's for the next. Well, it's not fine, but it's for the next time. Is that I usually, when I run something like this and something is starting, I say, okay, you have to be able to give away more money than you would usually do, because if people are going to start with buying little things normally in your store, and if they are going to buy, they're going to be happy. You're going to get reviews, so you can really get the train in action and get the train on speed. So give away a bit more in your discount percentage, and you will earn that back later. But that's the only thing. He was a bit anxious, and he said, okay, well, I'm not going to do that, and that's also fine, because I do push sometimes, but he needs to be comfortable with his own campaign.
Right.
Okay, absolutely.
Sorry, William.
Go ahead, Mitch.
One of the things that I advise on that you could potentially do for the next one is to invest the same amount sort of in dollars or in euros, but make them smaller level prizes and have more of them. Yeah. Another thing that people tell me all the time is, if there's one big prize, that's cool. But if I have the chance, if there's 4 or 5 of the same thing, or 4 or 5 different things, then I feel like I've got more of a chance to win, and therefore they're okay with that. So that's just an option for people that have a fixed budget, or you don't necessarily want to go for the biggest prize on the planet. You can always just give more, and people get excited about that. I mean, I've seen contests that have a $50 prize that get 10,000 leads. So it's not always about the price value, the dollar value, the euro value. It's about how sexy it is to the people that are your target audience. Okay, so go ahead.
Cool. And no, I love the fact that you have that you have then that email sequence with 9 emails in place, sharing value, sharing about recipes, information about the barbecue as well. And you started selling, you mentioned or promoting the barbecue on the 7th email. So what discount did you give? Was that like 20% or 40%?
No, it was like 10%.
Okay.
Because Rogier is already giving away workshops. When you buy a barbecue of like $2,000, you get a workshop. But that was something he implemented in the shop, and I think we need to work on it. We need to work on it with a copywriter to let people get more of the feeling that it's a really big value, because he's giving away a really big value when you buy a barbecue with him, with all sorts of tool package, but it's just not made clear enough to the people that they are getting it.
Okay, not sexy enough.
Yeah, it's not sexy enough.
Right. Okay.
It's not. It is a once in a lifetime offer if you really are going to count. But if you see how it's written in the shop, then I think it needs to improve it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So definitely there a copywriter can help. So when they purchase the barbecue, they also get access to his workshops.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
And that
cool.
differs from the money you invest in the barbecue. So if you get 500, if you give $500, then you get less than if you spend $2,000. But what I advised him is, okay, he is now videotaping some of his recipes. So I want for everybody to get like a free or like for a small price, an online workshop, an online barbecue workshop.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Sounds
give you away every time.
I'm sorry, Gisele, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That sounds to me like he's got a golden opportunity for a monthly membership. New recipes every month, new videos, new stuff. Hey, $27 a month, 30 euros, you know, people would once they see what he's doing, it sounds to me like they'd be ravenous for that. And it's not that hard to create if he's already creating some of that content. Just wrap a membership around it. Heck yeah, and give that away. You could give that away as bonuses, right? Or incentives. Say somebody gets 3 people to sign up and you give them 2 months free in the membership. Holy cow, now they're excited and they get in, and once they're in, they're not going to leave, right? So you give them 2 months free. That's no big deal to you. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's build this. Let's crush it.
No, but I'm still proud of him because he started on with me, and after 3 weeks, he already hired a camera person, a camera guy, I think you say.
Yeah.
And he showed his first video, and I thought, okay, you are really going great. And I think about before Christmas, it was even difficult to get nice pictures because he said, okay, I'm not funny enough, I'm not nice enough, and it's such a beautiful family. They are really nice. So he's made such a progress.
Bravo, Gisele, bravo.
Yeah. He saw the power of UpViral and the power of you. Cool.
Make sure he gives you a testimonial.
He did.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
Great.
So and sorry, go ahead.
He gave me a really great testimonial, and he said, "Okay, I'm so happy with you." And I'm in the Netherlands. I'm in the Golden Circle. That's a circle for marketeers with Simona Levy, who is a big person in the Netherlands. And what was very nice is she saw the review, and what she said, "Okay, Gisele, but you really want people to help, because what Rogier said, okay, we had COVID, we had a completely different campaign in our minds, and I think I had 30% was ready, and then COVID came, and I said, okay, we are just going to change. And I did not charge more. I said, okay, Rogier, we are just going to change, and you get on the train with me, and you are going to help me and listen to me sometimes. Because also I need reviews. I need people who are happy with me." But that was something Simona said, and that was very nice because I really wanted to help him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Amazing. Okay. And then Gisele, when the day came to announce the winner, how did you announce it? Was that over email, or I don't know? How did you announce the winner?
Facebook, Instagram, and email.
Okay. So publishing like a post on the Facebook page or in the Facebook group?
Both.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. Okay.
And now I need the pictures of the winners, because that's something I always do. I want pictures of the happy winners, and I want reviews of the happy winners.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yep. Cool. That can help also for your future campaigns to have them there on the opt-in page, so that people actually see that there are real winners from your past campaigns.
Okay. Oh, that's all. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, William.
Yeah, it's basically so that it helps, with social proof. They see that it is a real contest and that they can actually win something because they see other people that won it. So that can help increase your conversion rate.
It absolutely does. I've split tested that before, where we had, even on the landing page, just a simple link that said see previous winners. Mm-hmm. And I believe that got 3 or 4% higher conversion rate. So it absolutely does work.
Okay, cool. And then now let's talk about traffic. Again, like you touched base on it a little bit here and there during the interview, but tell us, how did you get your traffic, from the internets to your opt-in page?
We started with organic posts because I just wanted to see, okay, what people think of the picture, the image that I took, the text that I was placing. It's something I usually do. I start organic just to test, and then we worked on Facebook and Instagram ads.
Right.
and that was about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
And that's how we got the. I did not participate in winning contest. I was a bit not anxious, but I hesitated because I was advertising as well in the Netherlands as in Belgium, because
Okay.
the shop of Rogier is at the border of the Netherlands and Belgium. So I thought, okay, I'm going to advertise in the lower parts of the Netherlands and in the higher parts of Belgium, because in Belgium they speak Dutch and they speak French, and in the French side of Belgium, so that's the south side, they are not very particular on Dutch ads. So Rogier say, okay, we are going to advertise in the Netherlands and not in the south side of Belgium, because Belgium, French-speaking Belgian guys do not like the Dutch words. That's something in the country, and it's a really it's even more tiny than the Netherlands. And that meant that if I wanted to use contest size, I would have to invest in Dutch contest size and in Belgian contest size.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Are there lots of those? Do you think there's lots of them?
No, there's not so many as in the States.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of them over here. Before we go off that topic, if you can say, Steve from Thailand would like to know if you would tell us what the ad spend was.
Yeah, we spent $1,000 on ads.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. There you go.
€1,000. Sorry, $1,000.
Yeah, €1,000 split across Facebook and Instagram.
I do have one more question. Are we okay on time, Gisele? We've run a little bit over the hour. Are you all right? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
And then so yeah, what else? What is my next question? Actually we're coming to the end of it. What did you learn overall from this contest, Gisele?
I got proof that UpViral is really a great tool, and for everybody who is watching today, I'm not telling this because William and Mitch invited me, but because I really got proof that this works. And before I started with UpViral, I thought, okay, this is really great, and these guys will help me with the strategy. So I'm going to learn from them, and I'm going to implement the strategy, and that's how it will work for me. I learned about the email sequence. I want to do that better. And I want to invest more time in the landing page, but in the share page, because the share page works. But if I look at it, I do not think it's beautiful, but it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. And I agree with Jan in the chats. Thank you. It's very interesting. You've got lots of enthusiasm. And lastly, keep going with about 5 exclamation points. So that is the freaking tip for absolutely everybody that's watching, is don't just do one campaign and maybe you weren't exactly as excited about the results as you wanted to be. Try it again, learn from it, and do another one. This is an ongoing process, and I'm not saying this just to sell you UpViral on a monthly basis, okay? The idea is you've got to do marketing. You've got to keep doing marketing. And UpViral's proven. If you look at Gisele's case, she got 47% free leads. She would only had 1,700 on her $1,000 ad spend, but she got 2,700, 2,800, whatever the number was. It works. Do it. Keep going.
Yeah. But what I also wanted to mention is that at first, when I was reading about UpViral, then I was reading, okay, this tool only works when you sell physical products. But if you really read all the business cases, UpViral also works for my business. So my next step is not to help my customer, but to help myself and to think of a plan. And I'm going to ask you to help me, Mitch, really one-on-one.
We're done. You got on the show. Now I'm done with you. We can move on. Sorry.
Okay, then I'm going to get on a plane. So UpViral is really a great tool for all kinds of branches, all kinds of industries.
8 different ways of using it that I know of right now. Going to be 9, maybe.
Cool, cool. So with that, Mitch, do we have questions in the Zoom chat or in the Facebook chat?
In Facebook, they're being very quiet. Gotta slap those people around, although my good friend Lenny is over there. Cool. Lenny says, hopefully for the next contest, there's support to track sales. That's a conversation that we need to have on the back end with UpViral, but I know that that's been requested.
Yes.
Claudia, with what she was able to measure, was the campaign profitable besides building a list?
Yeah.
We talked about that before because you said there was about 8,000 euros in sales.
Yeah.
So
it's profitable, and we see every time, every day we are coming. We had a barbecue shop with no orders, with nothing, 0. And now we have a barbecue shop with orders and with workshops. So, and with people who are coming back because of the email list and because of the Facebook. Because what we didn't mention is that I thought, okay, if I keep like 1,000 email addresses after the context in active campaign, I'll be happy. But I have over 2,000 email, so only 500 people unsubscribed after the list. So I really hit a button with the right audience.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Perfect. And what happens a lot with e-commerce as well is that many times they say this, and it is true, that the hardest thing with an e-commerce is to get people to purchase for the first time. Once you give them like a really good experience when they buy from you once, it's much easier to get repeat purchases from them. You know, you have their email list, you have, in this case, Gisele collected the phone numbers as well. So that gives you, you know, their contact details to keep marketing to them to get repeat sales. And that is usually where the money is at with in e-commerce, that is with repeat buyers. So yeah, cool. Mitch, any other questions before we wrap things up?
So let's see. Celcio did ask, what are the 8 different ways of using UpViral? I don't know that I can rattle them all off, but I will tell you that there is a co-pilot show from, if my friend Deborah were here, she'd give me the link, but she's not today. Back in March, I think, of last year, all the shows, by the way, if you haven't heard of this, are on the UpViral YouTube channel. They're in the UpViral Facebook group, and they are in the UpViral application itself if you're a customer. So you can see all the shows. But I did a show on the 7 different ways. Basically, we're talking lead magnets, product launch formula, contests, referral systems, webinars. There was a couple of others, wait list, and the one I've added in the last day or 2 has to do with your email newsletter. So go back and look at those previous shows, as Gisele will tell you. Those old shows are very valuable. She's looked at several, and you could consume the entire library and be as smart as me, maybe, or at least have questions. So there is that repository of a year's worth of previous shows is gold, if you ask me. I have people paying me big bucks to get that knowledge, and you guys can get it for free. Next week, we're going to have another great show. Supposed to have a guest on, but I have not yet confirmed with him that he's coming. Potentially having to do with email deliverability. Easy for me to say. If he's not on next week's show, then we will get him in here for sure. So we will have something for you. And let's not forget, we have a surprise gift for everybody.
I was just copy pasting it in the chat.
Oh, you're gonna? Okay, go ahead.
All right, shall I press enter?
Copy paste comments. Yes, go ahead. So, go ahead.
You can now get Gisele's campaign. I just posted the link in the comment section. So if you click that link, you're taken to the new feature from UpViral, which is the campaign share. And if you're logged into UpViral, you're automatically going to get Gisele's campaign into your account, obviously without sharing all of the sensitive information such as leads and terms and conditions and all of that stuff, but you get the backbones of the campaign. Okay, so show some love to Gisele in the chat for being so kind, for sharing the campampign with you guys. Show her some love.
I already copied it and grabbed it from my account, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
It's awesome.
Yes. Is it all right if I make a picture of my screen, because I want to have my momentum with you guys?
Of course.
I'm not interacting every day with. I have a brother who lives in the United States, but I'm not acting every day with people who live in the United States.
I'll try not to have a goofy face.
Yeah, yes. I want you to smile. This is fun.
Give us a big smile, Mitch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No worries. Okay, and so my two final questions. The first one is, what would you say about UpViral? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's really the best way to get more leads and to decrease your ads, so your lead price. I haven't seen anything which works like this. And your business cases are great. That's why it worked for me. I had a great tool. It's also very simple to use. I had a great tool, but I also had a lot of info which helped me during the campaign.
Awesome, great, awesome. Thank you so much, Gisele. And then the final question is, where can people find out more about you in case that they want to connect with you?
They can, shall I say it in the chat?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
I will put my name in the chat because I have a difficult name, thanks to my parents. Everybody says it's beautiful, but nobody can write it down. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Awesome.
And that's it.
Cool.
And if you go to those, social media, you will also find my website.
There, by the way, was a TV show that was I just watched. I think it was on Netflix, called Rebels. So you have a TV show named after you too.
Yeah, it's nice. Or the last name is really nice because everybody is always expecting very much fire and excitement. And
nice.
Cool. Right. Mitch, anything you want to add?
No, it's been a great show. I really enjoyed talking with you and learning from you, and I can't wait to see what your next campaign does. Anytime you want anything, let me know.
I will definitely do this.
Cool. And we will catch all of y'all next week on the Copilot Show.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Gisele, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for inspiring the audience with your campaign. Keep crushing it with UpViral. And we look forward to having you again on the Copilot Show. Okay?
Thank you. Thanks very much for the invitation. I was really honored to be here.
Great.
Thank you. Cheers. Right. See you next week, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.